Hey, here just a second. Can you hear me okay? It's telling me I need to adjust my bit rate, so I'm looking for how to do that. Well, I don't see how to do it. I don't know if I'm lagging or what, but I think that's pretty normal. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think there's just a delay between when I say something and I see your I see your chat and stuff like that. So yeah. So let's see. I've got this set up, and actually I've got the live action cam. So sadly, I'm not seeing my chats in my pop-up window. Hey, Larry. Hey, thanks for stopping by. So the moon's still pretty low. Yeah, and actually, it's the moon's the other direction, and it's behind an obstruction right now. But I got to go through setup. I'm gonna get aligned, and I'm going to. 'Cause I think it's probably going to be too bright with the moon to do any deep space stuff tonight, but um, yeah, just in case. But I'm going to go ahead and get aligned. It's probably good enough right now, and then once the moon's up a little bit more, it's a great big orange harvest moon right now. So looking forward to it getting a little bit higher up in the sky. It's only about maybe 10 degrees, 15 degrees above the horizon right now for me. So it'll be a little bit. I'm hoping that it'll still be orange when it gets up in the 30 to 40-degree area, I think. I've had some things that are unexplained come across the field of view, and some other things that I took to my astronomy club and ran it by people, and we sort of dissected and determined like it was an airplane and things like that. But yeah, I had some interesting stuff. I've had some. I was blinking on my last project, and I saw an area where this star just blinked out and then came back in the next frame. It was perfectly clear night, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I was going to go back and look at that. No, nothing yet. Yeah, it's. I don't know if I can actually get on it. Let me see. I might have to turn off the night vision. Yeah, let me get rid of the night vision real quick. Yeah, see, it's still pretty. Yeah, I think you see that orange thing over there. maybe. No. That that light in the trees right there. Oh, let me come down a little bit. So that's the moon right now. And when I zoom on screen, I don't think it actually it doesn't. So yeah, so I need that moon to get out behind that tree there, which is going to be about an hour or so. But I'll spend some time getting set up and get the scope aligned. And at some point here, it's going to start coming out a little bit, and maybe I can start focusing and stuff. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on the moon and try and get on it as soon as it's clear. So, Rich, are you still cloudy there? Ah, that's a bummer. Sorry, man. Hey, Naz. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, if you can get anything, it's better than nothing. Yeah, Naz is in the house. I work from home as well. I have since like 2006. I haven't been to an office since then. Yeah, retirement. I got a few years to go. There you go, Naz. Isn't that what we're all trying to do? Yeah, I've learned a lot from Rich's videos as well. In fact, everything I have learned has been from Rich's videos. The thing is, I think Rich, taught me everything I know, but he hasn't taught me everything he knows. So Larry, when I was doing that serial demo video, the object was, and being right on, Rich. But yeah, Larry, that object was complex and it had some problems to work through. I thought that ended up being more of an advanced video than I actually intended it to be, just because it was hard. The processing was difficult. Yeah, there's Cyril is perfectly fine. So, honestly, I mean, I got PixInsight because I wanted to be able to learn it and to be able to do videos on PixInsight, because I have other uh, followers and subscribers who are interested in that too. So I would have been perfectly happy just continuing on in Serial, and but I do think that PixInsight is really great, and there are some things in PixInsight that I like better than Serial. And when I'm working in Serial, and I resisted it in this last video, uh, to not do anything other than Serial and Photoshop, because I didn't want to go outside of that. I wanted to work out things um, that other people using Serial that don't have PixInsight would like to do, and actually, there was a couple things that would have been a lot easier in PixInsight so to do. Like, I was struggling with the cropping. I'd really like to learn if there's a way in Serial to apply the same crop to multiple images, exactly the same. So if I pull in from all corners, and I have 4 different images, I want to be able to apply the exact same crop to all 4 of those images. And I don't know if that's possible in Serial. I don't know how to do it, and I haven't found any information on actually doing that in Serial right now yet. So that would have been really nice. I would have cropped way earlier than what I did, had I been able to, um, do a multi-crop. Yeah, Graxpert was another one, but again, on this one, if would have been able to get the development version of Serial working that has the Graxpert UI in it, I would have used Graxpert. But my goal on that was to stay in Serial for just everything other than the little bit of stuff that I do in Photoshop, and which people could do in GIMP or something like that as well. But Serial and Photoshop, that's been my workflow since I started. So and there's things that I like doing over in Photoshop. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to read about it and see. I don't know. I guess my only requirement on that is that if I set a crop that it maintains that, the crop coordinates, or I guess it would know where the origin point is, and then know the dimensions from that origin point, so that it would position the crop box, perfectly on that origin, and then apply the crop. Did you guys see my video on the Wonder Astro with the power management? I think this thing is cool. I like watching it. I've got a good idea of how much power I'm actually using now, and I think with the edge and the dew heater, I'm actually using more power than I was with my refractor with the dew heater band on it. I think this pulls a little bit more. Um, I should be able to do like a 9 or 10 hour session with my Jackery battery, which is a 300 watt. And so, this is running 22.41 right now, but I haven't, oh yeah, I've connected. So when that dew heater kicks in though, this will jump up to like 50. So I don't know what the average is. I think it's probably averaging a little over 30, which, I should still be able to get 9 or 10 hours when I'm, out, if I go traveling or camping with this, which I'm going to be doing in October. Box select. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I absolutely have no idea. So I'll take anything. I'll look at anything that you guys mentioned because I could not figure it out. And on that particular set of images, boy, it really needed to be cropped early because that heavy artifact that I had around the edges on that after I did the combine on that HOO, that was just, it was hard to deal with the whole time, and it was especially with background extraction. And also like over in or not background extraction, but with histogram and stuff like that. Background extraction wasn't too bad. I just had to be really careful where the grid sample points were. It's starting to get pretty dark out. So I was going to just go through, and if you guys wanted to see it, this is kind of like my nightly routine. Um, I'll come into Nita in my imaging, and I'll turn on annotate image, and it's one of the first things that I do is just take a couple images and manually get the HFR as small as I can before I run an autofocus. And I should have started cooling my camera a few minutes ago. So what I've been doing for solar system objects is I got this orbitals plugin, which is actually quite nice. And I just get lined up on this. But once I get lined up here after a little bit, I'm going to be leaving Nina and heading over to SharpCap for the moon imaging. One of the problems I'm going to have with the moon tonight is my focal length is enough where I can't get the whole moon in the field of view because I'm zoomed in a bit too much. I really need to do something about that. But but anyway, yeah. So uh, it's going to be hard to take full frame images as far as doing video files. So I'm probably going to, if I, yeah, I may end up sticking around in Nina tonight. We'll see. But I'll probably go over and get focus and stuff. And I don't know. I might use SharpCap. I don't use SharpCap too terribly much, but I really, really like it a lot. But yeah, back to imaging, and then I'll turn on the annotations here, and then grab an image and see where we're at. So Larry, you said you're imaging with a, I don't remember which one. It's like a smart telescope of some type. What are you using? So at this point, I have a 50-50 chance. So we'll try. Okay, C star. You know, Larry, I was going to ask you if maybe you want to share some data with me. I'm kind of curious to work with some C star data. I don't know if you'd be willing to do that, but if you ever want to send me over one of your projects, I would love to work with your data and just mess around with it. Oh, nice. Yeah, little bits at a time. Eventually, you'll get there. I have slowly acquired enough stuff where I almost have, excuse me, everything I need for a second rig. Basically, I think I have everything I need except a mount. So I may be able to fire my refractor back up in tandem with the edge. I forgot which way I was going here. I think I'm going to go up. Yeah, cool. Well, we can talk about it over in Discord and see what you have. And yeah, I'd like to play around with it and just see. I haven't seen any data from a C star. So I know I think Rich has been playing with a couple of them. All right, need to go the other way. Said every astrophotographer ever. Yeah, I love the messy targets. So there's so much there. They're all great. Ain't gonna happen. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Anyway, after I get in fairly close focus here, I keep forgetting where I'm at because I'm talking. Yeah, I'd like to figure out why this my bottom menu bar doesn't auto hide when I'm using OBS. It bugs me. It's in my way. That's another thing I don't like is that window bar. Let's see. Let's go one more, and then I'm gonna be close enough for alignment. Check in on the moon. Coming on up. Oh, Rich, you see that shadow? And then it's a little bit brighter on the right hand side of my image of my telescope live feed there. So that bright area off to the right, that's the infrared from my other camera. I I I pointed it off to the right so it wasn't pointing right on my telescope anymore. So at this point, I go ahead and turn off annotation for the rest of the night because it slows things down. Yeah, it's dark out right now, so I don't think it was doing anything as far as messing with my images. Um, but I didn't really need it over there because I've got the telescope camera on that area, so it wasn't really necessary to point that over that way. And that other camera is a ring camera, and you cannot disable the infrared on it. They don't from the by design. I hate that about that camera. All right, I'm gonna 3-point polar align. And so when I go out here in just a minute, I'm actually going to have to disconnect my remote desktop connection because I'm going to connect on my phone so I can keep the live stream going. Because uh, RDC doesn't allow more than one client connection, which I think is weird. But so when I log in from my phone, it's going to disconnect my computer session. But we can watch this for a little bit. It never gets old. All right, I'm going to head out there. Hey, my camera zoomed. Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal was. My remote desktop connection on my phone kept disconnecting. All right. Well, I could have got it a little better, but I couldn't see it, and I think it's close enough for the moon. So, I'm going to slew over to this target I've been working on and do an autofocus. I like this target. There's a lot of stars. My camera, I thought I had it turned off so it wouldn't pan, but apparently not. So it's following my dogs around. All right, so I'm going to just run an autofocus. Well, focus is going good tonight. It looked like it's really good seeing tonight. Very, very clear. All right. Well, let's see. May as well point over at the moon. Yeah, we're still pretty low here. Yeah, it's pretty low. Let's see if I can get on it and then just start tracking. I see something bright in the trees there. So I think I'm going to go over to Sharp Cap here next. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to solve on that, so I'll stop. And yeah, let's go over to Sharp Cap. Yeah, well, I need to wait a bit for this to get higher up the horizon. Shouldn't be too much longer. Try this spiral search. Yeah, you gotta love that. You can see the histogram coming up here. I think we're still obstructed behind the tree, but watching the histogram come up, and we're getting I think we're getting the moon starting to come in target here. Boy, I like that spiral search. That's cool. Yeah, the sharp cap would be really good for this, for EAA, Larry. I have not used the tools. I've seen some friends use it and do it well. And there's, I think it's right up here for the, well, I'm going to have the live view here going, but you can do live stacking. And I think that's in the tools here for, let's see. Now I don't remember because I haven't used it, but there is a live oh, there it is. Yeah, there's live stack right up here. So you can start stacking frames as you take them, and it'll just start stacking in your main window, and the image quality will get better and better after every image. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there too. My vision isn't that good. It's one of the reasons that I think. I mean, I can um, with a good with, with good optics, with a with a good instrument, with a nice eye relief, I can do it. And sometimes I don't even need my glasses. I think I'm really out of focus. I don't know if I have the moon in frame yet. I think I'm going to do this again. Do the spiral. Oh, actually, what I'm going to do, I think I see what I did. Let's go back over here to tools and go to, I'm going to go to again. All right, there we go. Okay, now we're doing better. All right, which way do I go here? I think, nope. Still a little bit obstructed. Well, it's 8:40. Hopefully it'll be out of there before too long. Looks like it's one of the last branches. Oh, yeah, I'm just waiting to get out of the trees here. It's pretty close. I think I'm in the like one last branch. I can never remember how to, I think it must be in tools for keeping this in center. Feature tracking. Probably can't do that until this gets out in the clear. Oh, cool. Hey, Naz, meet Larry here in chat. Larry's got a C star. Hey, that's getting better. That's weird. I wonder what that is. I really don't know what that is. All right, I'm going to put it where I think it should be. Yeah, I think I'm just in the trees there again, it looks like. I'm just going to step outside and have a look. Mm. Yeah, it's just a tree branch. All right, let's see here. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I want to shoot this because with the moon and as big a target as it is in my field of view, I'm only at like 8 frames per second right now. And I really need to like make a really small ROI in order to get my frame rate up. So I may just do single exposures because otherwise I think the running a SUR file is going to probably have a bunch of drop frames. I guess maybe I'll play with ROI a little bit here. I could switch binning. All right, so that got me up to 30 frames on bin 2. Yeah, so I might do that. And then, I don't know, let's see. Where am I now? Yeah, so that's going to bring me, I should just go to what's the largest one I can get the most moon in and watch my frame rate. I'm thinking if I can get 30 frames a second, I should be okay. That's it, about 56 frames. 42 frames. .44. I think that's my best bet right there. And I will probably allow the bottom of the moon to cut off a little bit because the eclipse is going to come over the top. I don't know. What do you think about that framing? And then I found it's better to be a little underexposed than overexposed. Because once you're overexposed, you can't do anything about it in post, but you can always bump up the contrast and brightness later pretty successfully. And let's see. Yeah, let me get out from behind this stupid tree. I'm going to have an arborist come out and trim some branches back, I think. Let's see, where. Hey, Lance, how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Lance, since you're here, is the feature tracking, is that what keeps the object in the center of frame? Okay, I don't think I had it running. That looks like it's running now. So, oh, I gotcha. Yeah, I don't have the luxury of that in my field of view tonight. Oh, I think this wants me to like choose a feature. I better wait until this gets out in the open a little bit better so I can select a feature on here. Although these crosshairs might actually do that. I'm not sure. Oh, thanks. Yeah, let me get out from behind the branches here, and then I could think I can get a final focus and make sure my I'm happy with my exposure, which I think I am right now. It's going to get quite a bit brighter once it gets out from behind this branch. And then we should see Gosh, it's not going to be long. I hope it gets out from behind this branch. In about 10 minutes, we're supposed to start getting the eclipse. So I may go ahead and just start shooting, even if there is a branch in here. And I think I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get out the branches just in time. All right, looks like my exposure has gotten a little too bright. I'll bring that down. Right in there, and probably in that neighborhood. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go ahead and run a set of exposures here and see how this goes. And I have a sequence set up already, and thought I did. Not responding. Awesome. It's things like this that I don't know. Come on, Sharp Cap. Okay, that's a real bummer. See if I can get it back up again. You know, this is what makes astrophotography so fun. Oh, man. Oh, hey, Mike, thanks. All right. Let's see if I can get it back together here. Then two, look all the way up. Let's go ahead and bring this down to 16%. All right, still in focus. I need to get back on track here. Tools. Feature tracking. And then I want to monitor. And now I'm in a hurry and stuff. Let's see. Okay. I don't know. Center of mass. Okay. And sequencer. And let's run it. All right, I'm hitting about 27 frames per second. Pretty high drop rate. I'm just going to let it run. So what my plan is if I can do it, I don't know how long it's going to take for exposures here. We're just about a minute in, and I'm about halfway through the first filter. So it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 minutes. And I probably don't have time. We'll see. I'll run this and then I'll wait a little bit. I think it looks like I'm going to go for 3 different image sets. And I'll get one here that's kind of before, and then I'll get another one that's kind of in the middle of we're supposed to get about 8%, and it should be beginning in about 5 minutes or so. So I should be wrapping this up, and then I can let it kind of come in. I think this eclipse is going on for uh, um, like an hour and 15 minutes or something like that. All right, we just switched filters. Just doing our file transfer here, and it's already taking the next set of images while it's doing the file transfer of that SIR file. I'm going to step outside and have a look at this with my own eyes. Okay, yeah, this shadowing that we're seeing coming in right now, this on this side over here, this is the eclipse. So my framing's a little off from where I wanted it. I was judging my framing based on what I saw the meteorologist post earlier today, and he showed the umbra in a different location than what I'm seeing here. But we'll see. Maybe this is a little bit different, and we'll because I'm really interested in that umbra. I want to see that um, hopefully show up in my exposures here. All right, we're running the green filter now. Yeah, I'm going to probably adjust the exposure up on the next set because with the eclipse coming in, it's getting a little bit darker now. I'll leave it here for this because I think my first set of images with the luminance filter are going to give it enough brightness. And again, I can always increase that in post-production. All right, last filter. Then I'm going to readjust exposure and then start another one. Let's see, I need to find out when the 50% mark is on this. Okay, maximum eclipse is happening at 9:44, so that's about 30 minutes from now. Yeah, so actually maybe I'll do one, two, three. I'll probably do 5 sets of images, I think, then. And I'll just have to readjust exposure each time. Hey, I think this is going to work out. I think I'm also going to reposition here for the next set. I think it looks like we've drifted a little bit. And we're just about done with this set. Just probably about 30 more seconds or so. So it looks like I'm gonna, like this set here, I got about 12,000 images between the 4 filters. I was shooting for 16, but at this size, without reducing my ROI, my frame rate and file size transfers, I'm getting some drops. All right. So we got through that. Let's readjust. I'm going to bump this exposure up just a little bit. And I'm going to realign just a little bit. You know, if I crop down, I can get like 300 to 400 frames per second with a real small ROI. All right. And I think I like this exposure. It's probably going to get dimmer. All right, so 944 is the next one. Yeah, this is well, this is running on my mini PC on out on the computer, so I'm remote desktoped into it. So that little mini PC does a good job. All right, I think I'm happy with that exposure. I'm going to change my framing just a little bit. Other way. So make sure I get the top in there. So I'm cutting off the bottom a little bit, but what can you do with this field of view? Hey, that rhymed. Okay. So, all right. In 4 minutes, I'm going to start the next session. Oh man, I was hoping to get sharp cap lessons from you, Lance. This is like maybe the 4th time I've used sharp cap. It's pretty intuitive. I can get around in it okay, but there's features that I haven't really learned yet. But um, yeah, I'm usually in Nina, but Nina's not really set up for solar system and lunar and planetary and solar. And SharpCap just does an amazing job on it. I have yet to use SharpCap for any deep sky objects, and there's nothing to stop me from doing that. It's just that I have everything set up in Nina, and that works so well, and everything's automated um, that I get to sleep in the mornings. So Like, I'm not sure if I can just run this again from here, or if I need to close this and then reopen the main menu, which is the uh, where was that? Oh, the sequencer. I'm assuming I can just hit run again. Yeah, yeah, he is. I've watched some of the talks that he's given, and really way over my head on some of the stuff that he's talking about. And but yeah, this is I was really enamored by this software to begin with. I ended up buying the license for it. What, it was like $10 or whatever for an annual license, and just to get the pro features. And I'm glad I did. I really like it. I have fun using it. It's really enjoyable. It's easy just to get going. There's not a whole lot. The autofocus stuff works really good for for planet. I don't know if you saw that image of Jupiter that I did during the daytime, but the focus on the autofocus here in SharpCap was brilliant. As far as edge detection and stuff like that, for um, and then keeping it framed up based on center of mass or edges if you want. I mean, that kind of stuff is really cool. Well, I think this is progress. I think I'm just going to close that and reopen it again because I actually don't know. So now let's use my save sequence here. Yeah, so I think I'm going to go ahead and run another one now. And this will be 2 of 5. And I kind of feel like I'm going to bump the exposure up again just a little bit. Oh, it doesn't let me. Let's see. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Oh, didn't want to do that. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and run my sequence again. All right, I'm going to let that run. That's my filters switching. Oh, that's, let's stop that. Oh, I could have hit pause. I should have paused that. Let's go back here. Yeah, I blew it on that. I was on on the blue filter and not the luminance. I need to get this dialed in from there. Well, I guess we'll find out if I can run this again just from here. All right. Yeah, it's running. So I could just use that run button again. Oh yeah, yeah, I can show you how to use the autofocus on this. It's super nice. But I'm going to step away for just a minute. Be right back. I want to go look at this with my own eyes. Otherwise, it's kind of like I miss it. Man, it is so bright out. All right, let's see. Okay, looks like we're on the red filter now. You know, Lance, I use a Batinov mask also every once in a while. I always use it for collimation, and then every once in a while I just double check things with the Batinov. It's a great little tool to have around. So this next time I'll remember to switch filter back to luminance when this is done because it doesn't do it automatically. I probably could have programmed that into my sequence. Let's see, where's my filter wheel? Oh, I better plug in my notebook. No, Windows. Hey, Miguel, how's it going? Good to see you here, man. Thanks for stopping in. What I do during live stream here. Oh, disable this. Maybe calories, negative. Hey Miguel, are you doing testing or are you shooting the moon tonight? What are you up to? All right. I think that finished up. And we are about, oh, 5 minutes away from maximum. Yeah, here it's happening at 9:44. So about 5 minutes, 9 minutes from now. So I'm going to start my next series of images in about, I don't know, well, it's 9:36 right now. So I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. And this is still running here on this last filter for blue. I'm about 3/4 of the way. Oh, fun. That's cool, Miguel. Okay, that finished up. All right, got to find my filter wheel here and switch filters. There we go. All right, and let's get aligned. All right. I think that looks pretty good for exposure wise. All right, just going to wait just a little bit here. I think I said, what was it, 9:44? Find it here. Yeah, maximum eclipse is at 9:44 p.m. So I'm going to begin this next session. Oh, I guess in about 2 minutes. Oh, that should, about a minute actually, and that should get this eclipse right down the middle. Just want to look at something here. Huh. I'm seeing just a little bit of a green hue. I don't know if that's from the eclipse. All right. Well, let's see. 9:41. Yeah, let's go ahead. This should basically split the difference. I am totally seeing a green hue right there. That's kind of cool. All right, let's run it. I'm going to go back out and look real quick. Really cool. Yeah, there's going to be no deep sky imaging tonight. It is so bright out. The entire sky is just illuminated over the over my, from horizon to horizon for me. All right, 9:44 right now. So this should be maximum. Yeah, it's too bad it's only 8% this time. I'll have to check and find out when our next lunar eclipse is that's got a good more percentage of coverage on it, of umbra. But 8% looks pretty neat. It's hard to see out with your naked eye because it is so bright. This has taken up quite a bit of disk space. I might need to transfer some of this off in between the next session. Yeah, I think I'm only going to have drive space for one more round. These SUR files take up so much space. So I think I'm going to wait a while to do the next set. So I'm not sure if I can transfer these off fast enough because it's going to be over the network. Okay, on the blue. Hey, Rich, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate you stopping in. Actually, I know how I can free up some space here. I don't need my DSO stuff on here. I can get rid of, yeah, I can get rid of both of these. All right, that finished up. All right, gonna wait a few minutes for that. Let's see, I got some drive space left. I need to empty recycle. All right, over 400 gig. I think I'll be good for one more round now. All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna just wait just a little bit here and see 9:55. This ends at what? It ends at 10:15. All right, so I'm going to start the next set of images at 10:05. So about 10 minutes from now. So I thought this session's gone pretty good so far. As far as the sharp cap setup and, object tracking and, disk space here has been, uh, a l- it's not challenging yet, but it's doing okay. I was able to delete some stuff off the mini PC that I didn't need there anymore. So that freed up some space, but I'm glad I got that second hard drive. I wouldn't have been able to do this without it. So yeah, I'm gonna get in through to this next set of images, and then I'm gonna wrap it up for the night after that. So we're getting close. I want to. I know some are not here anymore, but if you end up watching this, I want to thank everybody that came by, and I really appreciate it. This was fun, and I enjoyed getting a chance to chat with y'all. And hopefully, I get some decent images of the moon. And hopefully, here in the future, I'll get a better setup for the moon with field of view than what I currently have. I'm right in the middle of a DSO project, and I didn't want to make any big changes, so I decided just to go with what I've got here. And I'm also happy. I thought this live stream went pretty good as far technically. I was practicing a little bit last night. I mean, I didn't actually start a live stream, but in setup of my scenes and stuff like that. Uh, so hopefully you enjoyed that and you could see everything all right. And I was able to figure out the chat window and be able to see what you guys were typing in, because that was one thing I was concerned with, is that I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to do that, but then I found out you can pop out the chat window and I can overlay that, so that was cool. All right, let's just a couple minutes out from starting this last one. Let's see, 9:15, this thing ends. I think I'll wait a little bit longer. I'll wait about 5 more minutes. I'm going to go out and look at this with my own eyes again, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, by eye, it doesn't seem like there's near as much as what I'm seeing on the camera of Eclipse. So I'm going to go ahead and start this next one up. I think everything looks good here. I believe I'm on my luminance filter. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. So 9:05, 9:12. I'll start this in at I'm sorry, 10 at 10:07. I'm going to start this. Hopefully I've got enough difference between each set of images that because what I hope to do is to do like the before image and then as it entered and then in the center and then as it's leaving and um, then I'll probably just use the before image again for the end because it's going to be the same. If I had more drive space tonight, I would maybe zoom in and maybe get a real detailed shot. We'll see what I end up with drive space after this last one. Might try it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fire this off. Well, I'm going to have a lot of processing work to do tomorrow and the day after, I guess.